Thanks for checking out another clip of the Cashflow Contractor. We'd love to have you as a part of our audience. Click subscribe wherever you get your podcast.
So I want you to walk me through a little bit of how quick it is, because that's another problem with FaceTime. What if it's breaking out and then you can't see and all that kind of stuff? How quick is it? You send a text and then what does it look like?
Yeah, and I'll talk about that in just 1 second. One point that I don't want it to be missed
Okay.
because it's subtle. When you're asking your team or yourself or your customer to use something like a FaceTime or WhatsApp, you're asking them to use their personal tools. You're asking your staff member to use their personal. That's where my kids call. That's where my family calls and friends call. And now, I'm opening up that to random people like that. I get it because that's what's free. But also, by asking your customer to do that, what if they don't really jive or are intimidated by one of your staff members, or it's not the best situation? You're using social tools or things that in a business, and that's why we have business tools. Everything that we have here is password protected. Nothing is stored on customer device or on employee device in case they decide to quit, right? And the phone numbers and texts that are sent are not sent from personal numbers. There's different phone numbers that are burners. So meaning like if someone can't get back, like we're trying to set it up for safety as well as convenience. And back to your point of speed, all you have to do to connect to somebody is tap in their phone number. Okay, you tap in the phone number from your phone, a computer, a tablet. We don't do apps. We're device agnostic. And that text will be sent to whatever phone number you put in. That individual, all they do, we had to, again, back to simplicity. Everybody wants to talk about AI and all these great things. Those are fabulous. But to the average person, to the person who you need to connect with, who might not be a tech savvy individual at all, we have to make this as easy as answering a phone call or even easier. So when that text comes through, it's a simple, hey, let's connect. Tap the link. And it can be personal. It's like, hey, Martin, tap this text so you can connect with James. Okay. So I know who I'm connecting with. I tap the text, a browser pops up and it says, allow the camera. That's all it says. That's a Google and Apple safety feature to protect everybody. And if they're like, yep, I agree. Yes, you're connected and you're off to the races. And everything is tuned up for remote assistance, recording, sharing your screen if you need to walk through timelines, blueprints, and you're rocking and rolling.
Yeah. It has everything you just talked about. I've been to your website and I was mostly looking at you, but are all those things itemized somewhere? I'd sure like to have a list of them because I got people I want to talk to.
Oh yeah. It's all stored, itemized, tagged, for.
Is it all on the website in a place I didn't see it?
Yeah. So it's all going to be on the website. And what we recommend is there's two things. You can go and get a free trial, 7 days, check it out, or meet with someone like myself or someone on my team. I back to running a business, I've got an entire sales team, but I love sitting on my own personal calls with potential prospects and customers because I'm always learning. So you might even get me.
Yeah.
And I will walk you through it and show you and let you touch. You got to touch it. It's one of those things like you got to touch it to be like,
on your distribution. Do you ever team up with what I'm going to call them resellers? Not really resellers, but you have, you're nodding. So that's whether I call them resellers or not, but people who are in the market have access. Okay.
Yep. We have resellers. In addition, we have something now, it's a geeky term. It's called an API that platforms are putting and bolting our stuff under the hood. So you can stay where you already are. You don't have to leave and go to another platform. It's not always the case in every situation. We're not bolted under the hood yet of everything. That's our goal and ambition, to where we will just pick a platform you're using already to do your live video and record it.
Will you explain that to Neanderthal like me? You mean like QuickBooks might have it? Well,
yeah,
I can't imagine
absolutely.
why.
Imagine.
Is that what? Okay.
Yeah.
And like all the project management softwares
exactly
that we encounter.
Yeah, okay. Exactly right.
So I want to walk through some of the use cases because it's not just around. Well, I want to walk through a lot of the use cases for contractors. So I think one specific area would be marketing. So let's start there. I think this could be a really cool way to do user-generated content. A lot of people love it, like having like TikTok style videos of whatever, but it would be a really easy thing to just send it to a customer. Hey, can you just walk around and show me your remodeled kitchen and talk about it for a second?
Yep.
and then they generate that content. Now you can post that to your social really easily. What are any other marketing ones you've thought of or seen?
Oh, well, we've only talked about one thing that we do of 7. Okay. And we're probably not going to
Oh,
talk about
okay.
all 7 today. But because we are a video company, or one of only 4 companies in the world that do what we do, we can take and do things that you haven't seen before, and very simply to apply to your business, talking about marketing. So let's say I have a website. Customers are going to a website, and you've got a chatbot feature, because everybody's got a chatbot now, right? And you start
Yeah.
chatting with the chatbot. Well, these chatbots can flag, or even chatting with one of your team can flag like, oh, I think I got a buyer here. Okay. So going by the data in every industry that we're in, and I'm very close to very serious people that track everything relentlessly. When a computer is chatting with somebody, it has a close rate of roughly 30%. When it's chatting with a live person, it's 33%. When it's calling on the phone, it's a 33% close rate. When you go on site, in person, face to face, that's a 60% close rate. Again, it's based on the talent of your sales team, but this is broad strokes, what we see across all industries. And then an instant live video where they can see your face or the face of your team member closes at 62%. So it's not that much more than on site. Why it's a little bit higher? It's instant. So I can now, when I go to a website and I tap a button up and I flag, oh, this is a buying opportunity, up will pop a video, a live video, like you're on a Zoom call on your website, where that person shopping from home, because thanks to Amazon, we all shop at home now, right? No one goes to the mall anymore. But seeing a live face, now your customer, their camera doesn't instantly pop on. That's a safety feature for them. But your staff member, it'll have a virtual background with your brand, and they'll see, hey, looks like you're interested in purchasing a roof today, or, oh, looks like you'd like some work done in the kitchen, or I got some construction you want to do. That is your closing opportunity. That's where you can't afford to be 30%. You need to be 60% to get the money to close the business. And that's just going through the website, whether on the phone or on the computer. There's a tap, instant video. The second way is when your team is asleep. Now, you can get virtual assistants and have 24/7 coverage. Not everybody will do that, but is to have forms on your website. And everyone's familiar with a form. Hey, fill us out and we'll contact you. Well, the thing we've added to that process is a button to take a video. So as an example, with my moving company,
It's huge.
now someone can be at home at 7 p.m. at night when your team is sleeping on the couch or whatever they're doing. And they can click a button and record, hey, I'm moving, here's my house. And then your team can wake up in the morning, watch that video, call that customer back. And if they miss something, they can send the text like we were talking about earlier. I didn't see the basement. Or say, look, I've got your quote right here. Because what do you want as a customer? If your pipe is leaking in your house at 7 p.m. at night, you want to know, how fast can we get out here? How much is it going to cost me? And do you have enough 5-star reviews on Google, or I trust you to do the job? And that can happen just like that with live video and remote assistance. Because the old way of doing it, and I imagine a way that everyone does it now, leaky pipe, they go on the website, put the info, your team calls, or they call a 1-800 number that nobody answers, and you leave a message. Team member calls back, hey, got your message. I can send somebody out tomorrow, 3 days. Oh, we're booked up till next week. All the while, your pipe is just dripping away. If my pipe is dripping away and you say you can't come till next week, what am I doing as a customer? I'm calling the next.
Yeah, the next guy.
Because all you're doing in that point, you haven't even agreed to do the work. The customer hasn't said yes. You're just trying to give them a bid. So you got to cut out that windshield time. And customers, guess what? They don't want to wait at home and take a day off work for you to come by. And you got to fight traffic, and then you got to let them in the house, and then you got to get them with your award-winning personality. No, it's not your award-winning. Your personality matters. That's why you're going to see the video. But you, as a contractor, I need to see the problem. I need to quote the person. I need to secure the business. Then I'm going to send out my tech. AJ Amazon. And this is the technology that will help you give a better customer experience. My customer look over their glasses and say, why doesn't everybody do this? Well, there's a reason why everybody hasn't done it yet. And the chief of police did the same thing to me. when we were reinventing the calls. Why haven't we done this yet, James? Why don't we already have these videos in place? We didn't have the infrastructure, and now we do. Everybody carries a smartphone in their pocket. I think they give you one when you're born now. Welcome to the world. Here's your smartphone, right? Now let's utilize this. And I mean, not thanks to COVID, but COVID ushered the age of Zoom, where everybody's a little more comfortable. Video doesn't mean they love it, but now you can start to use it in practical, thoughtful, better customer experience, get the money, in this case, marketing quickly. I want to convert to cash fast.
Thanks for checking out a clip from the Cashflow Contractor. We have full episodes where we go deep on topics that help you grow a construction business that runs without you, so you can have less stress, more time, more money. Now, we've got other videos, other clips, but if you want to check out the full episode for this clip, you can click wherever our editor put it. It might be here, might be there, might be over my face, I don't know. But thank you for checking us out. We'd love to have you as a part of our audience. So subscribe or check out a full episode wherever you get podcasts.